Welcome back to another Aging Equestrian vlog, everybody. So this is double jinxed and testing for abscesses, and that's what we're doing right here in this quick little video clip. I will get to showing you how to soak a hoof without a bucket, but first you want to make sure you have an abscess. So this is a farrier. You can have a farrier or a vet come around and use these tester tools. You can see that when he hit the outside of Logan's hoof, it actually had a big reaction, and then he's going to go around the rest of the hoof, and you can see not so much of a reaction when he pinches in on those areas. So that's how you can tell if a horse has an abscess. And although not necessarily the same thing, you can see him walking around the ring here where he is only wanting to step on the inside of his hoof.
Hello, fellow aging equestrians. This is Logan. You okay? I mean, they look nice. What do you think of them? What do you think? And we are back for more abscesses. So the vet came today, which is good for regular stuff and all the other horses too. So it was very fortunate. He drained the abscess in his front foot, and I did not obviously want to video during that because I had to hold my horse. He was very restive, but we have him medicinally poulticed, and he's got his scoop boots on. So hopefully now you can go outside when everybody else goes outside today, because it did drain. You can see there was some blood, but he's already like 1,000 times better than that video you saw of him yesterday. And I just had him walking around in the ring, and he's pretty much walking almost normally, just a little bit of a slight gimp, but not bad, right?
One of the ladies here really likes to soak the hooves in. This is an IV bag, where the one top part, I guess it would be the bottom, since the words are like that, is cut off. But this is really thick, and there's no holes in it, and it just kind of fits over their hoof, and then you can do a little vet wrap and a little duct tape, and just do a little soak with Epsom salts and betadine or iodine, which can help to, help draw out the abscess. Or in like Logan's case, I'm going to soak the hoof where the vet dug out a little bit of stuff, just to make sure that's staying clean. He does have his hoof boots on, so it should be, but still, that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to put his hoof in the bag. There we go. Then I'm supposed to add the salt saline solution. You can put down maybe. Never done this with Logan before, so we'll see how well it works. Not sure, but it's kind of a clever little way to do it. And I feel lucky with this hoof that he really doesn't want to lift it off the ground a lot. Like that back foot, I don't think I could have soaked, because he is often sitting with that one. Can I do this hoof just real quick? Good, go away. Thank you. Okay, perfect. And then you just do a little bit of this. If you don't want to duct tape it, you don't have to. It probably won't
do duct tape up high. I'm just going to duct tape the vet wrap to the bag so that it sticks a little bit in case he moves his foot.
Perfect. You're such a good boy. Such a good boy.
At this point, I feel like I have a veritable pharmacy. So this is the Animalintex stuff that my vet recommends. So what I do with this is, I'll just like open it. You can get it in hoof-shaped ones. Those are more expensive. And honestly, I prefer to cut my own because sometimes you need them to go up over the heel. In this case, I need one to go over the heel and one to stay on the sole of the hoof. So it has two sides, plastic side, non-plastic side. The plastic side always goes away from the horse, and you want to soak it first. So I'm going to use Logan's hoof boot as just kind of a rough size guesstimate for his footy. I think that'll do. Just want to make sure it fits. Okay. Actually, that's kind of perfect because this will be for the hoof, and then this one is going to be the little part. I just need it in one area of his heel, and that will be great. And then I fold the rest up, put it back in a little bag. And then you have to soak or thoroughly wet the Animalintex pads. So I have this leftover water from when I was soaking his front hoof, and I'm just going to stick those in there. You can add other stuff like betadine or whatever, I think, but you don't have to because the medicine and the stuff that helps draw everything out is already in there.
To do the Animalintex soak, you first want to make sure you clean out the hoof pretty well. I mean, that should be kind of obvious. You probably know that. And then you are going to make sure that pad is really soaked. I just wring it out a tiny bit so I'm not dripping water everywhere. But then I place it really wet, plastic side away from the horse, over the hoof, and then I'm going to vet wrap. I'm only doing vet wrap because I'm putting scoop boots on and I need to cut down on bulk. You can actually wrap with gauze first and then wrap with vet wrap and then do duct tape if you don't have a hoof boot. But because I do, I'm just going to wrap it like this and it works really well. If you do end up with the duct tape on there to create a nice firm secure boot, you can either do the figure 8 pattern or you can do a crosshatch pattern on the bottom, which I actually think works better. I just do horizontal strips all the way across the bottom, then vertical ones, and then I join them together by just taking a circle or doing a circle around like the rim of the hoof. And that seems to help it stay on really well. And you can leave these on for 24 hours or 48 if you hydrate them every 24 hours.
Okay, so this is really tiring work. But we got the Animalintex soak in there and back there. Now, some vets recommend that you just leave them on for 48 hours and that after 24, you basically just add more water, like you take a hose and you just hydrate it again. It depends on your mud situation. So he's going to go back outside and it's going to be pretty muddy. So I'm probably going to change them again tomorrow, but you don't have to, especially if you can, if they're inside or if they're in a dry place, you can just rehydrate your Animalintex pads. So that is one nice thing about them. It will save you some time and effort and money, but we are still a little bit muddy outside, so I am going to be changing his again tomorrow. Yay, so here's the aftermath. This is my mess that I have to clean up. Yeah. Seriously.